Hi all my beanie weenies, and welcome back to the last episode of The Sims 4 The Challenge Battle of the Seasons. And it has all come down to this. We started off with 24 Sims in 6 separate teams, all based on different seasons from my channel, and it has come down to just 6 Sims left. 3 of them being from The Sims 4 Love Island, 2 of them being from The Sims 4 Survivor, and 1 being from The Sims 4 Are You the One? And they will now all take part in the last challenge, and this one is a doozy. We have gathered them all here on the slopes of Mount Komorebi as we have a long journey ahead of us. Now, for the final challenge, all of our Sims are going to be hiking up Mount Komorebi all the way to the top, and whichever Sim is able to get there first wins the entire thing. Alright, so it's going to be a bit of a challenge, but why don't we all get up onto the ski lift, head up to the top, and we're going to start round 1 of the finale. Are you guys excited? Who do you think is going to win? All that kind of stuff, let me know down in the comments below. I am so excited to wrap this up. I feel like this really concludes, chapter 1 of my channel, and I'm so excited to move on to the next part. But first, we do have to crown a winner. I can't get too ahead of myself. Okay, so now that we are up here at the top of the slopes, this is where we last tried to have our challenge, our elimination challenge. It didn't go too well. Hopefully this one goes a little bit better because we won't be skiing or snowboarding or any of that today. And as you can see, it takes our Sims a little long to move because the snow up here is pretty thick and the wind is very strong. And I have a feeling that this could potentially become deadly. And it's going to be risky from the very beginning. Alright, so round 1 is going to be rock climbing. And this one is the beginner's wall. Yeah, not really. It's still pretty high and none of you are going to be using harnesses or ropes. This is a free climb and you could potentially fall and die. That'd be a way to go. But it looks as though the boys are going to start off. There's only room for 3 Sims at a time, and Sunny from Are You the One, Joffrey from Love Island, and Fabio from Survivor are all beginning their climb. It looks as though Joffrey is having a little bit of a rough start as he's finding that the rocks are pretty slippery. They are coated in ice and snow, and again, with no harness or anything, this could get pretty bad. But it looks as though Sunny and Fabio made it up the wall fairly quickly. However, it looks as though the 2 of them are now beginning to face their first set of problems. Thankfully for Joffrey, he was able to kind of figure this out in the beginning. However, Fabio seems to be realizing just how tough this competition can be as he'll climb, a few steps forward and then instantly falls back. He's can never really get any higher without falling down more and more. But Joffrey has kind of gotten the hang of it and is now reaching the top of the wall. In the beginning, he was, in last place. He figured out what he had to do, and now he's really speeding up that wall. And him and Sunny are neck and neck, but Sunny, just by a little bit, makes it up there first. And now Fabio is the last one to get up the wall. Will he be able to make it? And Fabio successfully makes it up that wall, so all 3 guys will be going forward in the finale. But what about all 3 girls? Will they all have just as easy of a time making it up there, or not? It looks as though Nina and Allison are doing fairly well, But Vivian, not so much. It's funny because in the very beginning of the series, we had a rock climbing wall in the backyard, and I constantly mentioned that not many Sims ever tried to use it. We saw Donnie use it once and then pee himself. I think we saw Bella use it once, and then we saw Aquaria use it a couple times, and it sucks that Aquaria just now got eliminated from the challenge because I think she would have done great in this one with all of her experience. However, I don't think I ever saw any of these girls in the challenge. And when we even had rock climbing as an elimination challenge earlier on in the season, I think Joffrey was the one that was able to successfully get through, so he's the only one really with any kind of previous experience. Now, Vivian has fallen from a pretty big distance, and it looks as though she does not have much motivation to keep going. However, Nina has persevered. What's that word? Persevered. Oh my god, am I having a seizure? What's happening? Anyway, Nina made it, okay? Nina climbed up the wall, and she is going to be moving on in the finale, and Allison is fairly close behind and coming in second within the girls. However, Vivian, not so much. Yeah, after that fall, she never really had enough stamina to keep going, and without even making it past round 1, Vivian has been eliminated from the finale, but she will be leaving home with 6th place, and I think 6 out of 24 isn't too bad. However, the 5 remaining contestants are going to keep trudging forward through the snow and go on to round 2 of the finale. Alright, now while Sims Hot Dogs takes a nap in a little tent by the side, our 5 remaining Sims are going on to round 2, and it is a second rock climbing wall, and this time it's even bigger than the one before. And of course, no harness or anything is going to be used. Now, I also find it interesting that in our Sims 4 Love Island reunion, it took place here in Mount Komorebi. It's the only other series I've done here, and we had a few of the contestants actually do the same route up the mountain to the top, but I find it pretty funny that Allison nor Joffrey were in attendance for that rock climbing or hike to the top. They were one of the ones that were absent, and I just think that's funny because, again, this would have been a little bit of experience they could have had before the finale, and it looks like they might have needed it because both Joffrey and Sunny take a really nasty fall off the wall, and Joffrey keeps doing it. It looks like neither of them are really able to get a steady grip. However, Fabio is really trudging along and is almost near the top, and if you look, I mean, they don't really have proper snow uniforms on. I mean, he's in Converse and jeans, no gloves. Okay, he's doing this barehanded, and he is successfully up to the top and will be making it one step further into the finale. It looks as though Joffrey has run out of a little bit of steam and is taking a break. Will he be able to recover and continue on with the climb? We'll have to wait and find out, because now Allison and Nina are taking their turns at the wall, but it doesn't look like it's going any better. But after struggling for a bit, Sunny and his see-through pants were able to successfully make it up the wall. So now Sunny and Fabio will be making it one step closer to that grand final prize. Well, they don't actually really win anything apart from being the best season. But I mean, Survivor and Are You the One are still in the running, and with S1E successfully up the wall, that does leave one more space open for Joffrey to try again at climbing. And I mean, at least he is trying again. Vivian in the last round fell and never wanted to go again. She just kind of like quit. However, Joffrey is still fighting, and Allison is the first girl to make it up the hill. So now we still have Love Island, Survivor, and Are You the One in the running to be the best season. And Nina is the second girl to win. Survivor, of course, is killing it. However, that does mean that Joffrey was unable to make it to the top in time. And Joffrey has been eliminated from the challenge. Are you guys sad to see Joffrey and Vivian go? I feel like Team Love Island is falling apart. They came into the finale with 3 members, and now they are only left with 1. And of course, Team Survivor has 2. They would always be the one that are in charge in the lead, even if they came in not that way. But we are now down to our final 4 players, and they're going to continue on to the next round. And spoiler warning, it contains even more rock climbing. And I'm really hoping for a big fall, maybe a big death. You know, I'm sure if this was real life, the producers would be begging and praying that didn't happen. But since this is The Sims, I kinda need it. And I still love the fact that even from far away, S1E just looks ridiculous walking in his winter outfit. Meanwhile, the 3 of these guys are all in like neutrals. They look like they're in a magazine or something. I don't know. They look pretty cool. As a quick reminder though, if you want to download any of these Sims and give them your own makeover, you're totally able to do that on the Sims 4 gallery at HotdogsSims. I have every team available to download and every lot available. I do have to warn you, I do usually use custom content, so you might want to check that off when looking for it. But feel free to download and, you know, put some real pants on S1E if it bothers you, because he does kind of look disgusting. But after a long walk, mostly spent looking at their cell phones, they do make it to the 3rd and final round of this rock climbing challenge. Now there will be a little bit more left to go once they make it to the top, but who will make it up there? It looks as though Fabio is the first one to try to do this, and I feel like after a little bit of struggling in the first round, he's done fairly well. Will he keep up that momentum and be the first one up the wall? And then of course we have S1E and Allison having a go at it as well, with Nina having to wait behind for right now. And personally, I would want to be Nina. I would want to be seeing what mistakes they make on the way up there, what path they take, how to avoid falling off like Allison just did. I feel like the person that has to wait for the next round is actually in a better position. But she doesn't get to wait for too long. After that fall, Allison is feeling a little bit sore, and Nina ends up swapping with her and trying to climb up the wall herself. Will she make the same mistake? It's not looking too good right now. And the boys are at a very dangerous height. They are over halfway up the wall, and if they do fall at any point, I don't think it's going to look too good for them. And it looks as though Fabio is the first one to make it up the wall, but very closely followed by S1E. The 2 remaining boys will be moving on to the rest of the finale. However, it is now down to the final 2 girls. And I gotta say, I've kind of been enjoying seeing one person go home in every round, so I'm gonna put a little bit of higher stakes to it. So only 1 spot is available. There's going to be a final 3 after this round, and only 1 girl is going to be able to go on. And it looks as though Nina is in the lead. However, Allison is not giving up. I thought she might just now, as that is her second big fall. However, she gets right back onto the wall after me announcing there's only 1 spot left, and she is not giving up, and maybe, just maybe, she'll be able to beat Nina. But with Nina not taking any kind of fall or damage, she was able to make it to the top, which means Nina, Fabio, and Sunny will be moving on through the finale. However, Allison can't really just let go now. That'd be kind of an issue. I mean, if we had a harness, like we should, she'd be able just to shimmy on down here, but instead she does have to finish climbing up the wall. But with Allison coming in last, she is eliminated. You know, Joffrey just left the competition, and she didn't make it much further than he did. I think it's interesting that the two of them are always side by side throughout these competitions. They always make it as far as the other one did, but Allison always wins just a little bit. She always has to beat Joffrey just a little bit. However, with Allison being eliminated, that does mean that Team Love Island is completely out of the challenge, and we are now down to just Team Survivor, and one member from Team Are You the One. I gotta say, I'm pretty surprised to see Sunny making it this far, and I really thought Allison was going to beat everyone and get all the way to the end. Allison is a super tough competitor. She was able to beat everyone in Love Island, including her partner Joffrey, and I do find it pretty funny that she did beat him in the finale again. But it's now down to our final three. Will Sunny be able to beat Team Survivor once and for all and make Team Are You the One the best season? Or are Nina and Fabio going to continue their winning streak, and as they have pretty much all season, and win the whole thing for Team Survivor? We have to see, but for right now, they're going to have to trek a little farther in the snow. And as the sun goes down, so do the temperatures, and it is getting cold. None of our contestants have gloves on. They hardly have proper winter gear on. But they're still, keeping their fingers warm and loose by typing on those phones constantly. And it looks as though while they are hiking up the mountain, they see some sprites. I think that's what they're called, right? Sprites. Floating around. I think they're so cute. They look like little party ghosts that you make, like with a napkin and stuff to sit on a table. I don't know, they just look so cute, but only Sunny really notices them because the other two can't look up from their phones, even though we're so close to the top of the world. Now, as you know, when you get to the top, it is a empty lot. It looks kind of disappointing and lame once you get up there. So, I did pull up the Sims 4 gallery. I typed in, Mount Komorebi Peak to see if any of there were any good lots to use. I did use one previously in my Sims 4 Love Island Winter Reunion, if you want to check that one out. But I decided to go with this one, and I placed that there. Please give this guy or gal a follow and a like. I really like this lot. I thought it was pretty cool. And here is a nice slow-mo shot of the peak. Now, there isn't much of a challenge left as we are now down to our final three, but it is going to be a race on foot. And, I'm sure their skinny jeans are soaking wet. Their sneakers are ruined, and they're walking through a foot of snow. So I'm sure it feels like their legs are about to fall off for them. But that's what the challenge is. This is a tough competition. And to think that I made some of our Love Islanders do this for free, for fun, is kind of hilarious. But as we reach the top, it looks as though Sunny still remains in the lead. Will the other two be able to gain some more momentum and get ahead of him? We'll have to wait and find out. Naturally, they take a shortcut through some rocks, as anyone would do. And they avoid the spooky cave. They also avoid all the other warning signs that are posted, and instead they head straight towards the top. There is a ladder and an observation deck up there, and Sunny is still in the lead. And after climbing the ladder and getting up towards the top, it does look as though Sunny remains in the lead, Neither of Team Survivor members are able to pass him, which does mean congratulations, Sunny, and congratulations, Team Are You the One, as you have won the challenge battle of the seasons. How crazy is that? And to think that Team Survivor came so close. I mean, out of the 3 final players, there's still 2 Team Survivor players, so I mean, they almost kind of won themselves. But Are You the One is the winner, and I hope you guys really enjoyed this season. Maybe I'll do it again in the future after we have done a season 2 of a bunch of these shows. Who knows? Let me know all your thoughts down below, and stay towards the end of the video as I'm going to be showing a little bit of a preview of my next series coming to the channel in just 2 weeks. Because on September 3rd, we have the premiere of The Sims 4 Big Brother US Season 2. And this is the first minute of the show. Enjoy. This is a house like no other, where 94 cameras follow your every move and my microphone catches every Simlish word. This is The Sims 4 Big Brother house. Tonight, 16 of your favorite townies will enter this house with one goal in mind: to be the last one standing. They will live in total confinement, cut off from the outside world, competing for money, safety, and most importantly, power. Each week, they will vote off one of their own until only one remains to claim the 1 million simoleon prize. And it all starts right now on Sims 4 Big Brother.